Hilton,
How's it?
once again, thank you for joining us on BRICS Africa Channel.
You're welcome.
I heard you on stage putting your points across and saying that yes, the management needs to answer. However, also developers need to come closer to the conversation. Tell us more.
So I think that it's imperative that we collaborate, and that's a really important word. And partnership, they talk about partnership with the private sector. The city can't solve all the problems on their own. The city runs the city. And as private developers and private investors, we look for opportunity. And we need to explain that opportunity. And I think it's quite good that Eric brought up the fact that what we should be doing is talking about our pipeline. And saying, what, we've got this pipeline, this is what it looks like, and let's plan so that we've got bulk services for 5 years' time. A lot of people, opportunity happens now, you're walking along and you see this opportunity and you want to seize the opportunity, but there's been no back planning. And like they've said, the city has grown, but the infrastructure hasn't. So we're lacking infrastructure, but that's a temporary problem. Okay, and if you're an eternal optimist, these problems get solved quite quickly. We know that there are budgetary constraints. We know that there are processes that the city of Johannesburg have to go through to be able to afford to put in the infrastructure. And in those circumstances, it makes sense for the city to partner with developers who have the ability to make a decision now, who have budget now, to put in infrastructure now, and then let the city take it over down the line. Let the city buy it from the developers. Give us a set-off against the bulk contributions. But let's not sit waiting, doing nothing. Let's make sure that we continue to develop, to build this city, and that's what we've got to do.
You talk about the pipeline, and I ask myself, are the developers not part of the IDP processes where the city and the citizens are choosing which development needs to take place first in the next 5 years? Where are you in that process?
So just explain to me what's the IDP?
The IDP is integrated development plans
Yes.
of the city, where the
Yes.
mayor goes and makes promises that I'm going to develop a stadium, a swimming pool, a housing development.
Yes.
It sounds to me that you are not in that process.
No.
And
So my sandpit is Lanseria. Okay, and I'm playing nicely in my sandpit.
Sure.
And I don't look outside Lanseria.
Okay.
So there's the Lanseria Smart City Master Plan, okay, and they're busy with the Regional Spatial Development Framework for Lanseria. So very involved with the security cluster in Lanseria, very involved with the community in Lanseria. So I know exactly what you're talking about, and my focus is on Lanseria. Okay, so outside Lanseria, the rest of the developers can have it. My focus is building a cargo gateway into Africa for Africans to improve people's lives.
then you are carrying a burden of a smart city, because I'm sure the Lanseria development is going to be one of those benchmark
Catalytic project. It's a catalytic project in the Lanseria Smart City, and it's fantastic to be the most shovel-ready project in the smart city. We're ahead of the infrastructure, so things are happening that would happen at a faster pace. And the smart city would be developed a lot faster if the infrastructure was in. If the bulk infrastructure was in, let me tell you right now, Lanseria would be a different place in 5 years' time. But in 10 years' time, Lanseria is going to be a totally different place because the infrastructure would have caught up. Okay, and so as developers, you can sit back and say, oh, there's no infrastructure, or you can come forward and you can say, guys, we'll put in the infrastructure. And that's what we do. We come along and say, how do we work together with the city so that we can put this infrastructure in, so that we can start developing and grow the city now.
And what is the attitude in that sharing that pipeline of infrastructure?
So our initial engagements were not that great because there's a water tower and a water reservoir, but it hasn't been commissioned, and there's a water pipe that runs through our property to the tower and the commission, but there's no water in the tower. So we said, well, we'll upgrade the pipe and we'll connect it and we'll do all that kind of stuff. And the response from Joburg Water was no. Okay, and yes, exactly. That reaction of yours was our reaction too. We put a comprehensive report together through our engineers, our civil engineers, put a report together, and it was turned down. But I think where we are now is further down the line. Acknowledgement has happened. People have within the city have understood, especially the executive mayor, Dada Moreo, and they're now open to these conversations. So you know, we're going to start. We're going to be sitting with Eric and his team to show them what our next 5-year plan is, so we can give them a heads up of what's going to be happening, because Lanseria is an extremely interesting and exciting project in Gauteng. It's going to be a great job creator and an economic driver, and you know, good luck to the rest of Gauteng. Gauteng is the economic heartbeat of not only South Africa but Africa, and you know, we just need to have faith and hope and carry on doing what we're doing.
Hilton, thank you for joining us on BRICS Africa Channel.
You're welcome, and anytime. And I tell you what, I'm going to invite you to come to our site to come and have a look at what we do, so that you can actually share with your viewers what we do.
It will be my pleasure.